everyone, and welcome back to Claire and Clementine. Today's video is going to be a Q&A/draw with me, and I'm super excited to answer some questions that you guys have about owning a small business. I did a little question box in my Instagram stories the other day. Make sure to go follow us at Claire and Clementine if you would like to. So I'm going to be answering some of those questions, talking about lots of different things. So let's get right on into the video. So our very first question is about time management, and it says, how did you manage having a business, school, free time, friends, and family, sport? So this is a great question, definitely something I struggle with every single day. I have a really hard time setting work hours for myself, and I know that's a big thing that I've heard other small business owners say as their number one tip for just not getting burnout and always staying on task and being as productive as they can is just setting work hours. So for me, when I'm in school, since it's all online, it's very easy to get distracted with business things if I have it nearby. So I always make sure to put my iPad and my drawing materials as far away from me as I can, so I'm not tempted to be doodling a sticker or an Instagram post or something when I should be paying attention in class. And then in terms of a sport, well, I don't play a sport, so that's easy enough there. Free time, I always just make sure to block out a little bit of time each day to relax. I love reading. I'm currently reading through the Harry Potter books again, so that's been something really fun that I have to look forward to. So I can just go do that if I don't feel like drawing or working, or I don't need to be drawing or working. And then friends and family, obviously in a pandemic, it's been kind of hard to manage incorporating that into my everyday life, but I do like to try and Zoom with friends and family whenever I can. Kind of maybe once a week, seeing if a friend would want to FaceTime for just an hour or so, because as an extrovert, that kind of thing always recharges me and makes me a little bit extra hyper and talkative throughout the rest of the day, which is always a great feeling. So, those are my tips for time management, just setting work hours and making sure to take some time for you every day and relax and make sure to keep your business fun and not work yourself to death so that it becomes something you don't like when it's your passion. As you can see, I am very much struggling with these bangs, but this is actually the first portrait I've ever drawn like fringe bangs for, so it took me a couple tries to get it down, but I think I got it. Our next question is about getting sales on Etsy. So it says, how did you build your Etsy following to 1,500 sales? Why did that take me so long to figure out how to say that number? I don't know. But I think my number one tip for this is making a unique product. So a perfect example of this is my good friend Grace over at Grace Art Studio. Make sure to check her out. This is her Instagram. And she just sells the most unique stickers I've ever seen, but they're absolutely adorable. She does pets in food, so there's like dogs in little cups of boba and cats in bowls of Fruit Loops, things like that I've never seen anyone else create or think to create. And yet they appeal to a wide enough audience that she's going to get sales. It's not like she's made something cute, but that really only appeals to a couple people that she knows or are part of like a group that is not very large. She made something unique and cute, but tons of people have dogs, tons of people have cats, tons of people like boba, everything like that. It applies to a wide range of audience. So I think combining uniqueness with, how do I say it? Like widespread likability, I guess. Like something that you've never seen done before, but that you feel like the world needs to have. So really anything you would want to buy yourself that you think other people would want to buy, but that isn't super obscure, if that makes sense. That's probably my number one tip, because I have found that the things that I sell that sell the best are not the like a super basic lettering of a quote that people have heard before, but something new and fun, like a custom pet sticker that's in a different style than what most people do and things like that. So just uniqueness, but also appealing to a bigger audience. That would be my number one tip for sales. As you can see, every now and then I'm taking a sip of my iced coffee, which I'm loving. The days here in California have kind of been flip-flopping back and forth between like 80 degrees and super sunny and raining and freezing cold. So today was a rainy day, as you saw in the beginning clip, but I love a good iced coffee any day because it's iced coffee. Let me know in the comments if you guys like iced coffee, hot coffee, tea, boba, your drink of choice. Like if you're chilling, if you're drawing, reading, what are you going to be drinking? Let us know in the comments. I want to know. Okay, our third question is why Etsy over your own website? And this is a question I actually got quite a few times, and it's interesting because it's not really something I've thought about much. I haven't really pursued having my own website yet just because I have really loved my experience with Etsy. So since I don't have my own website, I know there's like Shopify and Pattern through Etsy, just tons of different programs, but I've never tried any of them. So I don't feel as though I have the expertise to talk about, the pros and cons of a website, but I can definitely tell you about the pros and cons of Etsy. I have felt like it does a really good job of getting your name and product out there. So if someone's looking for, like I sell custom pet stickers, I've mentioned those before and you guys have seen them. If someone searches up custom pet sticker on Etsy, they're much more likely to find my stickers than if they searched for custom pet stickers on all of Google, So I think just having my product alongside a bunch of other small business owners' products kind of helps you for when you first get started. I know a lot of people who are big artists and big creators and have tons of sales have only stuck on Etsy because their experience has been good with it and they haven't felt the need to shift over to their own website. So ideally, I'd love to have my own website one day. I think it would be great if I could grow Claire and Clementine to be a recognizable brand and a recognizable name that people would actively search for. But at this point, I feel like I'm still small enough where Etsy is the best for getting sales for me and getting my products to the widest audience possible. I know a lot of people have hesitations about Etsy because of the fees, and websites often don't have, profit fees and shipping fees and all that stuff. So Etsy does take 15% of your profits, which can seem like a lot. I have honestly not felt like it's a super big deal for how much they've helped me and how good of a platform and easy to navigate and all that stuff it has been. So I have not been terribly concerned about that. I do pay a small amount for advertising, so that just means some of my listings show up higher in searches than others. But yeah, overall, I've really loved Etsy, and that's why I've stuck with it instead of branching off to my own website. Maybe one day, but I do highly recommend Etsy if you are just starting out and want a great platform. So I told you guys this is going to be a Q&A/chatty draw with me, and I don't want it to just be me talking about my things. So I asked you about your drink preferences. Now I want to know, what color is your hair? You can see I'm drawing a beautiful brunette gal here. If you're the gal whose portrait this is, hello. But yeah, what color is your hair? My hair used to be blonde-ish. When I was little, it was really blonde, and you can see in the Claire and Clementine logo, it's blonde and long, but right now it's actually brown and short because I felt like dyeing it and I got a haircut. So I look nothing like what my little drawing logo looks like. I'm sorry if that's deceiving, but knowing myself and knowing how much I like to change my hair and keep things fresh and new, I probably won't change the logo because at any moment I could go back to blonde or my hair could grow out, and I just feel like the blonde is part of the aesthetic, so I'll be sticking with it for a while. Just wanted to give you guys an update and want to know what your hair color is. So let us know in the comments. If you have pink hair, I want to hear about it because that's awesome and I'm jealous. Don't think I could pull off pink hair, but it's always been a secret dream of mine. So yeah, let us know. All right, we're going to move on to the next actual question about having a small business. This person asked, how did you grow your account so fast? And they're talking about my Instagram account, I'm assuming, because my YouTube account is my only other account and it has not grown that much. So, for my Instagram account, I feel like it has honestly been kind of random at points. Like, I've had reels of me showing how to do something on Procreate that get hundreds of thousands of views, and then I get tons of followers from that who, to be honest, most of them I never hear from again. And those kind of followers don't translate into sales most of the time. I've had a lot of people who, if I show one of my products in my reels and that does well, then I get followers and then I get sales from that. So reels that showcase your products that get views are really good for not only growing your account, but for growing your business as a whole. But I think in terms of just followers, which I try and not dwell on, I try and not focus on the importance of numbers, but I totally get why you were wanting to know that, because when I first started out, that was a big thing that I wanted to know how to grow, and I still, look for tips and stuff like that. So I think using Reels, I know everyone says that, but on Instagram, Reels are the thing right now. Instagram, the algorithm loves when you use all of the features it has to offer. So every now and then do an IGTV. This actually, I don't know if I can recommend that as a tip, because I don't have a single IGTV on my account. But I've heard that if you utilize as many features as you can that Instagram offers, that you're more likely to grow quickly. But also, okay, I said number one tip is Reels, but I think my real number one tip is engaging with creators who are similar to you. And engaging does not mean finding an account, liking all of their posts at once, and commenting heart emojis on all of them. That is not, no one is going to feel like a connection to you if you do that, They're not going to want to follow you back. They're like, what is this person doing? And I did a lot of that when I first started out, if I'm being honest with y'all. But what I have found is to make real good relationships. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. Anyway, building real good relationships with people who create similar things to you. So if you find an account that has a similar art style to you, try and be friends with them. Try and comment genuine things on their posts every now and then, say a specific thing that you like about their drawing or a specific thing you like about their style. Oh my gosh, my dog is literally howling like a wolf. Can you hear that? A beautiful cacophony to be in the background of my deep, heartfelt speech about making internet friends. But yeah, making friends with people who will then share your work to their followers because they love it, because you've built relationships with each other, it's just been so helpful for me. And it makes it feel like the growth is genuine and not just random, from a reel that goes viral, So I think those have been the best things for me for account growth, but I'm absolutely not an expert. I'm not at 100K or anything like that. And, there's fluctuations. I've had times where I've gained a lot of followers in a day, and then times where I've gained one, it fluctuates back and forth, and never take a time where you're not growing as quickly don't think it is reflective of your work, because your work is always beautiful, always wonderful. I guarantee it. Even if Instagram is happening to be not super nice to you at the moment, because I'm going through that and a lot of people go through that. So growth is awesome, growth is possible, and growth is super helpful, but it is not always the most important, and it can be discouraging if you think too much about numbers, or if you're looking at your analytics and statistics too much. That can weigh you down. So I just wanted to kind of incorporate that in there, so I didn't seem like I was, one, an expert, and two, that's all that matters. So that's my super long answer to a super short question. Let's move on. Okay, I said let's move on, but I didn't realize that that's about all we have time for. So we're going to move on to the finale of this video, the outro, if you will. I really hope you guys enjoyed that Q&A. I sure did. I love answering your questions, because a couple months ago I had the exact same questions, and it feels to me, I still feel like I don't have the authority to speak on these types of things, and for a lot of them I don't, but I'm just here for the ride, telling you guys things that I have found in my own experience. So take everything I've said with a grain of salt. I'm not an expert, I am not an influencer, and I am not a massive business mogul. I'm just a gal in her bedroom doing some art and selling it, and people have seemed to like it. But I've said 10 trillion times I'm not an expert. I think you guys get it. I'm just scared of people attacking me and canceling me in the comments for telling you guys something wrong and bad and terrible. So please just know that... Anyway, moving on from that. Thank you so much, guys, for asking questions and for clicking on this video and watching it. If you've made it to this point, you're amazing. Thank you for telling me your favorite beverage and what color your hair is. If you love this portrait or anything else that I sell, my Etsy link is in the bio. I'm also going to link Grace Art Studios down below, who I mentioned earlier in this video because she's great and awesome and you should totally support her. And yes, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, but only if you actively like the video. We will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.